this is the course for the NCL Youth Finals 2023 Stage 1 for the Mature Kids Division. The first obstacle is the Around the World Steps. Before we get onto the specific obstacle rules, general rules, unless otherwise stated, you have to use the first and last of any swinging obstacle. You must use the last checkpoint of any obstacle before dismounting. When dismounting, make sure you do land cleanly on the platforms. Unless otherwise indicated, the big blue mat is considered water. So no stepping on that unless you're directed to do so. Let's get on to the steps. The steps, taking the rope in your hands, you're going to step around the outside, so the side closest to the camera, making sure you don't step on the tops and not on the far side away from the camera. Use at least the first and last step to get to the red platform. Making sure you have the rope in your hands when you're on the obstacle. Okay, do your thing, Harry. Cool, just go tap him. The next obstacle is the swing lane. So using at least the ring and the first of the candlesticks that is hanging. So this candlestick here, banana candlestick. From the candlestick, dismount to the big blue mat. Please make note that only this separate mat is considered the M platform. All of this big mat is considered water until you've dismounted onto the big blue mat. So you can skip in the middle if you feel confident doing so. You can return to the starting platform if you don't get enough of a swing. You can push off the starting platform, that's fine, but the clock is ticking. When you're on the obstacles, make sure that you're not grabbing onto the bolts, only grabbing onto the resin parts of the obstacles. Okay, go Jackson. Make sure your feet don't touch the water. The ground when you're during an obstacle is considered water. Even the most incidental contact will count as being disqualified, so make sure you keep your feet up if you're tall. That's it, from the last pipe onto the, good job. Okay, the next obstacle is the double-sided ring toss. So you're going to take full weight on the rings before you remove them from their starting position, and then you're going to use as many or as few ring tosses as you needed of the fixed ring toss, including the first side, the far side, and the rest of the remaining far side to get at least one ring to the last peg before dismounting to the big red mat. If you drop a ring before you have one of the other rings, the other ring on the last fixed peg, then you have failed the obstacle. We don't want anyone trying to do big jumps with a single ring for the interest of safety. So keep a hold of those rings. Okay, Ethan, go. Cool. Okay. The next obstacle is the drum run. So going from the red mat onto those two boxes there, you're going to use any part of your body to make contact with the drums, using at least the first and last drum to get to the big red mat. Any of the ground is considered out. These drums will move, so try to keep your momentum going forward. You can go as fast or as slow as you want, but bear in mind the clock is going to be ticking. Jackson, go. Okay, the next obstacle is the Tramp to rings lâché. So starting at a standstill on the blue carpet. So walking directly from the red mat of the previous obstacle onto the blue pallets. From there, using the Tramp to catch a ring in each hand, complete a lâché from ring to ring. Again, make sure you have a ring in each hand before you lâché to the next set of rings. And then catch a ring in each hand, the last set of rings, before dismounting to the big red platform. Go Jackson. Cool. And then stepping straight onto the box for the cliff arms. And you're going to, for this obstacle, only make contact with the wooden cliff ledge. No other part of the obstacle should be used. Incidental contact with the red surface is okay. You're going to swing around in an arc and then grab onto the wooden cliff on the other cliff arm. And from there, you're going to get a hand on the fixed cliff ledge and then dismount from the fixed cliff ledge to the red platform. The red mat, sorry, and then onto the platform. Go. You can jump or grab onto the first cliff. You don't have to do it any particular way. If you can reach or jump, that's fine. And then, yeah, dismounting onto there. Good job, Ethan. Good. The next obstacle is the peg slider. Taking a peg in each hand, slide them as far as you need to go along the track to reach the second set of peg slider handles. And from the second set of peg slider handles, either one hand or two hands on the second set, dismount to the red platform. Go, Jackson. Nice. Okay, for the mature kids division, the warp wall is the middle wall without the extension. So they've just got to climb up the red, grab onto the bar and climb through that gap. Make sure you watch your head because there is a second bar at the top where the extension gets attached. You get as many attempts as you need based on how long is left on the clock. So as long as you have time left, you can keep attempting it. Do consider taking a rest between attempts if you have the time on the clock. Once you get to the top, hit the buzzer to end your run. When you are climbing over the top, make sure you don't put a foot on the black wall. The top of the black wall, you have to climb through the gap over the top of the red wall to finish the run. Okay, Kadeem, show us what you got. Mature kids division competitor Kadeem crushes it. Now, you don't have to grab onto that top thing, but you can if you choose. And you can also go straight to the top one if you want. And that's the end.